Drums.
My first haircut ever had a design included. Like I came out the gate starting putting zigzags out the gate, but it was mad corny though. It was mad corny because I did my brother's little back taper and I put like zigzags and then I like lightened the bottom of it, but then he got roasted at school. Like,
Drums.
I wanna see you smile.
We talking about what do we call it? Design specialist. Yeah, I mean, you got some pretty big trophies sitting on over there. Mr. Fade makes. You think taller than I am.
He's awarded. He's
right.
awarded. He is for real.
Yeah.
12 times.
Hey,
Oh man. Okay.
All right. Hey, so how did you get in the game? Like, I know you had you won freestyle competitions.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk a little bit about it, but tell me a little bit about your journey with designs and how you became so cold.
All right, so my first haircut ever had a design included. Like I came out the gate starting putting zigzags out the gate, but it was mad corny though. It was mad corny because I did my brother's little back taper and I put like zigzags and then I like lightened the bottom of it, but then he got roasted at school. Cause like they said somebody cracked his egg.
Wow.
You know, so
Wow.
so you know I had to hear that from him, my mom's. Why you do that? You know, whatever. But it was out the gate. I started it. I got to my first competition in hair school. I got first place.
Okay.
That's 2015 when I was in school, and that's like my favorite trophy.
Mm.
I got there 20 minutes late. Ran right up on stage, used the time they had left, designed everything, and got first place. And what made it more special is that my model was the owner of the barbershop that I ended up working for afterwards.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he trusted me with his hair,
Cool.
and it was a dope like 360 moment for me.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So let's go back to let's start with the first part of your dialogue just now. You just said something about you put the zigzag and they said somebody cracked the egg, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you said. So what's the worst haircut you ever put on somebody? It's okay, man, because
I know it's okay. I got a picture of it. If I got 10 seconds, 20 seconds to pull it up.
pull up the picture. Pull up the picture. Pull up the picture. I want to see it.
Man,
Pull up the picture.
that's
So you
good.
got a picture of the worst haircut you ever
Yeah.
done?
I ain't want nobody to see mine. I know.
Well, the worst design I ever did. It could be haircut involved as well. Y'all gonna see.
So pretty much, if you showing us the worst design you ever had, it's probably not the worst one. It's the one that you're comfortable with showing. Is this the worst?
It's like, I low key, I think I teared up in the bathroom afterwards. And I said, maybe this ain't for me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I said.
Throw in the top. I think all barbers got that moment, man.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
That
Maybe this ain't for me moment.
Bro,
Did you have one?
my first cut, my very first cut was my little cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the clippers and I thought I had opened them up. Because his daddy wanted me to skin him. So I thought I opened them up. Gapped them wide open. But it was like from that point on though, that was my learning moment.
Right.
Because it was like that mess up showed me what the clippers did.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was like I don't know. It became just easier from that one mess up. I knew what not to do, and I feel like that's what barbering is, building. When you don't have anybody teaching you anything,
Absolutely.
it's building all
Here it
of
goes.
your mistakes for real.
Here it goes. So look, I got this the cracked egg. This the cracked egg one. My first haircut.
Oh yeah. That ain't bad,
Oh,
man.
No, it's my
That's
first.
fine, that's
No, it was like I'm saying, like,
Bruh, man.
like he just got roasted. No,
That was
bro.
your worst,
I
bro.
wanna see it.
Yeah, man, bro.
That was your worst
In
one.
that camera right there.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
No. This ain't the worst. This is the
Oh,
first design.
Bro,
I
you
ever
say you
did.
was gonna pull out the
The
worst.
night-
You gonna
No,
pull out
it's
one of
right
these.
here.
Well, I'm glad I ain't got no pictures of my worst. I had a lot of worst moments.
And then-
Had a lot worse.
Bring it back, bring it back.
He gonna pull up.
And then this is the worst.
I get the
You
egg.
see the worst.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah, they
the
did
worst.
look like that. He stayed.
That wasn't bad.
Wait, hold on.
Let me see that.
Let me see what you got.
I feel like
I mean,
It's supposed to be reversed. I did it a negative, like where the skin was, the hair was
Okay.
supposed to be, and shaded.
Yeah, you talking the language I don't understand. It ain't bad, man.
It's still,
Bro, it's not what it's supposed to be. They turn out like peppermint spin wheel, and then the
Oh,
That's-
Man, no.
I
No,
didn't-
no,
come
we
on
talking
now.
about
bro,
words.
you look
Bruh.
at that scout.
I
Bro,
see
you
what you're
can't-
saying.
Yeah, I
I
see
see
what you're
what you're
saying, but man,
And it's so look, one of the worst parts about that situation is that this back when I was working at McDonald's part time, while I was cutting hair in the garage, and he worked with me at McDonald's. And so when he came in,
wow.
nobody knew I cut him. He came in, and everybody was like, "Who the hell? Who the hell cut your hair?" and then the owner, the boss lady, she was like, "I think you need to go back to the barber shop. They jacked you up."
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
sitting right next to her, bagging stuff.
Right.
And I'm like,
wow,
Oh, that's it.
wow.
Hey, at least y'all ain't give up. You stopped learning. You stopped growing.
I quit 3 times.
I used to be a baller. Y'all ain't even know it.
Yeah, you quit right away then.
I kid you not. It was. I remember I was at home and I was cutting Tracy Lucas' hair, and
Okay,
he decided to allow me to cut his hair, and he decided he was going to fall asleep while I was cutting it.
right.
"Oh."
So I was trying to get the line right, and the clippers that I had, I don't know what type of. It was some Walmart clippers, but they weren't sharp at all, and I didn't. I guess they were just for like cutting hair down, not actually edging up. But I kept cutting,
Yeah.
and I kept cutting, and it wasn't going across. And he kept moving his head because he was asleep, and I was like, "Well, I got to get that line straight." I promise you, I cut him like straight, like this.
Ooh.
And it was so bad that he woke up. He woke up and had to cut his hair bald for that. He had to cut his hair bald. And my mama said, "You don't ever touch clippers again." And that was
No,
it for me.
that'd been a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, that definitely was
Yeah.
a moment.
a moment of realization right there.
Yeah,
I believe I could. I personally believe that I could cut hair.
So here's the thing. I really feel like anybody can be taught to cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like that. But I feel like it's different when you got the low-key natural knack for it. You
Right.
feel me?
I was
You-
gonna say that.
It adds a little bit something different from the dude who just learned. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It definitely got to be in your heart first.
Yeah.
You got to have a love for Barber because, like he said, and like he said, a lot of moments where you question your whole existence in that field.
Yeah.
You mess your head up, or when that customer say you'll never cut my hair again because he thinks it's
I heard that.
Like, I'm telling you, ballers get all that. You know, listen, I'm a realist man,
Yeah.
bruh. People will say some terrible things when you first start cutting hair.
Right.
I've heard it all. And you'll never come here again. You know what? That will make you go to the bathroom and cry. it really will. But you gotta man. It's about anything you do. You gotta push through those moments if you really got it in you. Because I didn't think I had it in me at one point. Now I'm telling you, those moments you be like, man, is this for me? But you keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna get it right. It may take a while, but you gonna get it right. I think I tell barbers coming in the game now, I'm like, look, if you don't get it right the first year, my I guess my feel to it is like the second, third year you really start kind of cutting hair how the customer wants you to cut it, not how you learn how to cut. Y'all agree with that?
That makes sense.
I get
Makes
that.
sense, right? So,
OG talk.
because when you first starting, you cutting how you're taught the first 3 years. I would say that. But then there's a point you get to, something click, a light bulb comes on. And the customer, 3 years he told you, do his hair like this. And you still don't know how to do that because you're doing it how you were taught. Then you got that moment where you actually cut it how he asked you to cut it.
Right.
That's when you learn how to cut hair. It's a lesson, man. You know,
Yeah.
It's like when you realize you ain't got one life or 2 lives. I was always told you got 2 lives, and the second one starts when you realize that you only have one.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I heard that
I
before.
feel you.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it is with barber. I think with anything you do, you want to be good at it, you keep going.
No, I like that. That's pretty sweet.
I mean,
Good, you had to sit
That's
back.
how it is.
You had me
man.
sitting back in his chair.
That's how it is, though, man. That's how it is.
So with that being said, so for all 3 of you, question is, so when was the moment that you determined that barbering was a lifestyle? Like this was your career? Like you? Oh no, let's put it. Let's ask this question: when did you realize you were actually good at what you do? not everybody at once. I mean, y'all had to think about that one.
Yeah,
We really did.
You know, because you have to think about that moment. There's a
Yeah, that moment. That's what we talk about. That moment when you actually good at what
When
you want to do.
when you realized that you were good at what you were doing.
Well, I would say that haircut that you finally get right.
Which one was it? That's what you.
Okay.
I need
Which
to be
one?
personable. What haircut was it that made you realize that this is what you were good at doing?
Well, okay. Let me say this. I came in the ball game in 93, 94.
Yeah, I was about born.
So you talking about years ago. So from when I started to getting it right, I came in the fade era. And coming out of barber school to get a fade right, man, it seemed like it took forever for me. Because it's like, man, you got the regular haircuts. Now people wear their hair out, you just shape them up. It was like, man, a fade was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, man, you had to do so much. When I finally got a fade right, I was like, okay, I like cutting hair a little bit more. I think that was that time for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like, man, I hated fades, bro. It's like every cousin would come in there wanted to fade. I was like, man, what?
So you hated. So
I did, man.
So this is the thing. So Mike used to put a cut on me, and it was a low fade, and I said I wanted a centimeter deep. I didn't even know if that made sense. Like that's how a centimeter deep.
Right.
And I want to keep everything dark, and the transition from that blend, a centimeter down, that went all the way around. I ain't mean around, but all the way around. And it used to be like nothing, bald right here, and then just go dark. I'm like, bro, this is it. And I used to go to A&T, man. I step up in there, lick my lips a couple times. Well, I had
to cut it a million times to do that now.
But I'm glad I was on there a millionth time. The fade was hard. So when did you realize?
Man, I want to say it's the fade too, because when I first started cutting, I feel like I was doing a lot of tapers.
Okay.
It's a lot of tapers around in 2010, around that area, and especially when I was in high school, a lot of guys wearing a little curly fro with just the tapers. So I feel like I was doing a lot of that. But when I got to that fade and I hadn't done a lot of it, I had mastered tapering, blending this out in the nape. I had that, but when I started fading is when I really felt like I was doing something. Because my first fade, kid you not, took me about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, yes.
It took, I feel like, what was forever in my grandparents' garage.
Did you start sweating?
Sweating outside in the garage?
How about you, man?
I was poor.
You used to fade. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all used to fade, and this is when a barber know he messed their head up. When you start talking to the person, you ain't talking to my old haircut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to say
All
something.
right.
You gotta ease them. You gotta
You
gotta ease your own nerves.
You gotta
they feel your energy.
It's like,
You feel like you breathing hard.
yeah, man.
Like a
You
hard
feel
dose.
everything, man. You do.
So how about
that's it.
so you said that, Mason, I'm gonna jump here real quick because he just said that when you know that you messed up somebody's hair and you start talking to him, has there ever been a cut that you felt like you really snapped on, right? You did your thing and then you give the mirror to the customer and they like, this ain't it.
That's tough. I want to hear this.
Not that I thought I'd snap, because I was realistic.
Okay.
I feel like there are barbers who, I went in because they don't know the general spectrum of going in on a haircut.
Okay.
But I was realistic. I know where I fell short at of barbering. So no, when I know I'm going in, it's never no, this ain't fix this. Like
Okay.
so, cause I understand the general, and I've seen a lot of good barbers, good haircuts. So I compare mine.
That's good though. Stay humble. That's
So
great.
I'm going to say this because I've had dudes do it on several occasions. I know I didn't cut their hair. I know the cut is damn near perfection.
Right.
I showed the dude the mirror. He like, oh, grab that hair right there. I go in. I ain't touched nothing. Hand in the mirror back.
That's
Yeah,
a good
bro,
one.
it's
I like
good.
that.
Hey,
I like that.
that's hey.
I'm like, bro,
That
I ain't
is,
touched nothing.
man, you told a secret right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
a
a barber secret.
That's
right.
a definition of clients being mad extra.
Yes. That's extra. Cause he said it,
It
man.
happens every
Yeah.
time.
What's that when
You
you the
grab
first
a-
words?
Yeah.
I knew he was going there.
Yeah, Sean, you really literally
Every time.
don't
You don't do nothing.
You just grab the clip, turn them on, and whoa.
Yeah, you make it
Yeah, that's
sound.
it right there.
That's it.
Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Like, man, you're not
You
gonna
didn't
have
see
that
me
man
the
person in
first
the
time.
chair. Yeah,
he
man.
was just being picky.
Oh, yeah.
He's being meticulous for no reason.
I think it's two things: being picky, meticulous, and then some people want to make you feel like you're working for your money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
For
they
sure.
feel like they little one up you. Like
For
hey,
sure.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Yep.
touch it up. Yeah, appreciate it.
And
For
I know
sure.
you just played them.
Yeah,
in their
yeah.
face.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly how it is, too. You said that perfect.
You said making
Yeah,
them.
that's smart.
You said say it again. Making
Because
them-
we do work for clients,
Right.
You know, we work for money, but I feel like they make it to where of a sense of ownership. Like they own you for that time.
Yeah.
Like
Gotcha. Why is this so easy? First of all, probably one of the easiest conversations you ever have is with the barber because y'all seen it all. Y'all see so many different types of field professionals come in the building, so you have conversations. So that's pretty good. And you just said they feel like they own you, so that kind of just transitions us into pay. I ain't want to get it started. I'm gonna just tell it like a TIE. I was because some people, now me personally, and the reason that I have y'all up here because I believe in paying somebody for their craft. Well, you know, if they're perfecting their craft and they're giving their time, I would like not to be on my cell phone, right? While you're cutting my hair. I like to be respectful of your time because this is your craft. Like I would ask the same of you if it was mine.
Yeah.
Some people believe that the prices that you have to pay for a haircut are insane. Now, with that being said, haircuts have transitioned from $5 a cut. I remember the $5 cuts and $2 edges. All right, they transitioned. Now, I ain't saying that. Listen, when I say this, I love to pay my barber for the job that he has done. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's some people out there in this world that think that I don't know. They think for me, I'm like, when I'm paying you, I'm paying for consistency, right? That's what I'm paying for. And then I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be transparent. Since y'all gave a couple of barber secrets, I'll give you some customer secrets that you might not know. Now, it ain't nothing like hyping up a barber before they start your cut. I promise you this much, there ain't nothing like hyping up a barber before you start your cut. I remember I was getting this flat top. Well, it wasn't a flat top. It was called the Gumby, right? The Gumby haircut. And Mike looking at the side of my head because he know that he gave me the Gumby haircut. I'm telling you, this thing was fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Josh Mitchell. All right,
Wow.
I'm telling you, it was in the game. But I was like, yo, I want this Gumby, and I had a picture of it. And I didn't know what it was called. You know what I'm saying? But I knew he was gonna know what it was. And Mike was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get this cut. I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, Mike, man, I know you about to put me in the game. So Mike started the cut. Boom. As soon as he hit it at that right side, they started looking at it. They were like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then everybody started stepping around, and I knew when the crowd came, I said, oh, let me sit back and close my eyes. This about to be fire. When y'all gotta listen, when y'all got somebody hyping y'all up, y'all really go to the next level. And that's a secret from me. So I believe in you have to be consistent with coaching opportunities, but more importantly, persistent with recognizing people because recognition goes a lot further. So I'll make sure that I recognize you before I even sit in your seat so you'll give me that consistency that I desire. All right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a secret. I don't know if everybody do that. But
It's positive reinforcement at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it works for everybody for real.
Yeah, it definitely works, man. And you got some different people for the clients.
Yeah.
You know, you got some different people that you deal with.
Man.
You know, so you got to kind of feel the room. You got to read the room.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like, really, when it comes to customers, you got to be like you got customers like yourself.
Uh-huh. A good one.
Come in, you hype the barber up, you speak life into it.
Yeah.
That does something to a barber, absolutely. But then you got the energy takers also.
Yeah.
So as a barber, you got to really, I think barber is definitely God sent because you really have to be built for it.
Right.
Because you got to change moves all day.
Yeah.
Your move has to change all day. Guess what? Not only that, when you get off work, your move got to change. When you get home, you got to leave everything at the barbershop that you learned today until the next day. Because it can affect y'all, so it can, you know, but we deal with a lot of different spirits, different attitudes, different everything. Every customer is different. So you got to judge your customer, man. It's almost like we bipolar.
And it's you saying a lot right there, bro, because I think about that more often than I talk about it for real.
Absolutely.
Just different people coming in and the vibe they come in with. You do have to adjust. You may have somebody come in who just got a promotion. The next client might have somebody just died, and you gotta kind of adjust your mode to what they got going on. And people don't realize that.
Right. And then not only that, they don't know what you going through.
Boom.
Yep.
You know, they don't have a clue. Somebody in your family just died.
Yeah.
But guess what? The difference between clients and barbers. Clients expect you to be the same barber from the last time they got a haircut. They don't care who died. They don't care what happened. I ain't speaking of all clients, but some clients, they don't care. They want their same mic that cut their hair a month ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Got to be the same like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my whole thing of what I've learned is don't take work home with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know that person you dealing with in that chair. I look at it, we are the most sacred people on the planet. And the reason I say that is we get close to people's head. Do you realize that if I'm a stranger and I walk up to you, your first reaction is, look, you standing too close to me.
Yeah.
Barbers are trusted with people's lives because you working the closest point of their whole body is their head. And the information you give them can affect when they leave that door. So they can go out there, and you may have just talked the man out of killing somebody, or you may have just talked the man out of killing himself.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say it's a spiritual thing, because you in their ears, man. You on their head.
Mm-hmm.
And what you say gonna affect the next, it might affect them for years. But that's why I say, as barbers, when it comes to pay, I think we're underpaid. Now, not saying that we're gonna raise prices. Now this on the record, I would love to, but every chance I get, but barbers definitely are underpaid in a lot of ways, man. It's like a bartender, you know. We hear everything, man. People come to us, they talk about everything.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Underpaid, and overworked. Say overworked because, and I'm looking at all these kicks, man. They got a nice selection of kicks over here. We got some Jordan 1s, we got some Dunks. Oh, come on, man. Is that go on? What is that?
Go on. But
I do.
I got old.
I
got old. I use that. I got
Merry
that.
Christmas and a Happy New Year. I still know my kicks. But what I'm saying is, with that being said, is y'all always on your feet. That's one thing that I noticed. Like at my job, I do training, and I'll be on my feet the entire day. And somebody told me one day, they're like, "Yo, I just noticed that you never sat down once." And then I had to think about it. I'm like, yo, your barber is literally standing on their feet. I know you got these little nice mats up here and they soft and cushiony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But y'all on your feet all day. We ain't trying to pay. And look, I'm trying to look out for all the barbers that's out there because I believe that y'all deserve the best. All right, better than the rest. Always pass the test. So would you say, we said that we feel like barbers are underpaid. What would you say? What would you say would be no, I ain't even gonna do that. I was gonna say, what's a fair price? Because everybody might have a different perspective. What do you think a fair price is?
It varies.
Yeah, it varies. Does it vary based off of? Does it vary based off of the haircut, or does it vary based off of the permanence of location where you're located?
It's all of that.
It's all of that is included.
It's all of that.
Because you think about when I first started cutting hair, a can of what is it called? Clipper side. This orange can right here.
Right.
Was $6. It might have been $5.99 at that time. How much is in there? $10? Right at 10?
I think
$10.99, something like that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and that's just with that one product. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything we buy, we have to buy on rotation on a consistent basis.
I think
And
gloves
stuff
is
is
the biggest
going up.
increase.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Well, I could do you a solid. Like I said, I've been cutting hair for years, so clippers. Man, clippers are so hot now, it is crazy. Like, you used to get clippers, man, listen. You used to get a pair of Andy's Masters for $80.
$80.
Now you probably gonna spend $250. Like, man, it's
These
crazy.
are cordless.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, when I cut, I had cords. But now everything's cordless, which is wonderful
It's beautiful.
for us.
Yeah.
But Wow. Price is crazy.
Blades used to be $15, $30.
Oh, they
man.
30, yeah.
$40
Oh,
for the FX blade.
yeah.
Yeah, inflation.
Clowns on
Inflation.
it. Clowns on it.
They
What?
don't wanna hear that.
So no, I pay attention to detail. So everybody using gloves nowadays. I remember when Mike used to have to take, what you call, is it the compressor that you call it? I remember he used to have to compress the hair out of his fingernails and stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
Hair getting your nails, man, it hurts.
Yeah.
I think that's like the worst. Either
Yes.
in the nails or on like your fingerprint
Man.
areas.
Oh, man. And then you know
Oh,
what?
your fingerprint.
It'll wake you
Yeah,
up in
on
the middle of the night,
on
Rashaud.
when the vein tip, there's so many nerves.
Yeah. It'll wake you
bro.
up, Rashaud. It'll wake you up in the middle of the night.
I had
Seriously.
And you gotta take it out in the middle of the night.
You gotta pick it out, Rashaud.
You ain't had pain until you had a fingernail hair splinter.
I'm so serious. He's
A
dead
piece of
right.
hair.
Pain don't play.
One, bro.
One
you,
piece of hair.
You
One
were
strand,
digging your
bro.
nail trying to get that hair all night, man.
One piece of hair gonna take
You
you
ain't
out
going to
of
sleep. You ain't going to
Man,
sleep
it
on
hurt.
it.
It hurt,
And bro,
Rashaud.
that can be a lot more serious than just being
Yeah.
a hair splinter because
Yeah.
if the hair is dirty and it gets
Oh.
infected, like I saw someone was watching on YouTube, dude lost the top of his tip of his finger.
From
Behind
cutting
some
hair?
infection.
I had a tingle from
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Hold on,
Yeah.
bro.
Look here, bro.
Hold on, man. Hey, listen, I know y'all
It
need to be
is
paid.
serious.
My man just lost the tip of his finger from
He
cutting
lost,
somebody else.
he lost the tip of his finger.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Is it hair splinter?
yeah,
was
bacteria,
infected?
man. If it's infected, then it get in your skin. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
Because I've had a finger swell up until I got the hair out of it. Like, man, it's crazy.
A piece of hair. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
learning
Sharp.
something today. Ain't never,
Sharp.
ain't never
Sharp.
heard that.
They
I
sharp,
never
bro.
knew that you could actually get a hair splinter until I got it at the barbershop.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't never heard of it.
Sponsor.
I ain't never heard of a hair splinter.
Yeah, it's tough.
Slip right into the pore of your
Yeah.
finger.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's serious business because y'all talking about
Oh, no,
everybody
every
bridging
barber in the
over here.
world.
Every barber in the world went through that.
Yeah.
That's
We always
crazy.
keep tweezers.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have
Yeah.
some tweezers.
Always get tweezers. Mm.
Yeah, man.
So we talking about pay.
Drums.
So have you ever had somebody that just did something that blew your mind? Like one of your customers did something for you, and, you know, maybe brought you in a pair of shoes or something. I don't know what the customers could do. What you got?
Yeah, I have stuff like that all the time.
Give me a story. I gotta hear. Who wanna go first?
Just this year,